Let's begin this evening by queering up gay culture. Small towns across America embrace first Pride celebrations in 2024. As Pride Month concluded this year, a wave of historic firsts swept through small towns across the U.S., marking a significant milestone in LGBTQ plus visibility and community acceptance. Among these towns was Canyon County, Idaho, where initial apprehensions gave way to overwhelming success. Tom Wheeler, a lead organizer of this Pride, faced threats of violence. However, despite the concerns, the event exceeded all expectations. Van Knapp, another key organizer, said, quote, "We expected a couple hundred people and had over 3,000, end quote, reflecting on the profound impact of organizing Canyon County's inaugural Pride Festival. In Prattville, Alabama, another milestone was celebrated as the LGBTQ plus organization Prattville Pride orchestrated its first Pride event. This achievement garnered national recognition, with GLAAD and Good Morning America presenting Prattville Pride a special recognition award. These milestones were achieved amid heightened security measures. Concerns raised by the FBI and Department of Homeland Security regarding potential threats to 2024 Pride celebrations. However, more than 20 new Pride festivals occurred peacefully across the country. Let's say their names loud and proud, like Seward, Little Rock, Fremont, Mission Viejo, Bunnell, Topeka, Henderson, Park Ridge, Rockford, Whiting, I see you, Mandeville, Garrett County, Concord, I see you, Hastings, Warren, Grand Rapids, South St. Paul, Haywood, Hermiston, Lake Oswego, Ross Township, Fort Bend County, Park City, Woodstock, and Harpers Ferry. We see you, baby. You make our entire community proud. You know, I'm originally from New York, and we've got pride parades for everybody, right? All the boroughs have their own pride, right? And I get to always remember people saying, oh, we have too many prides, right? Then I moved down here, right? And then we got Hollywood Pride, and we got Miami Beach Pride, and we got all these wonderful prides. And honestly, I don't get tired of them, and I want more. The representation is needed. The visibility is important. People from these small towns need to know that gay people are everywhere. LGBTQ plus people are everywhere. To those people that say, oh, there's no gay people in my town. Oh, baby, you are sorely mistaken.
Right.
You know, so I love that we gave these cities a spotlight because they deserve it. You know, the first year is off and you did it. Now what's next? Year 2 needs to be bigger and better than ever. All right, make it happen and keep on shining because we need it, especially this year.
It's very positive to see what's going on with local prides, but also I think it's an important issue when talking about like the size of them. Like the first piece I ever did in The Advocate was actually talking about the corporatization of the big city prides, New York, Boston, DC. But I know many people that organize small prides, and they don't get all the big money and support that all the big cities do. So like, I really hope that people pay attention to this and try and find ways to support local prides in ways that we haven't think. We can't rely and assume that JetBlue is going to fund every single local pride in America. We have to step up and do more on it.
Yeah, I love that there's so many of these towns I've never even heard of.
Right?
I'm like, it's amazing, because what you say is so true. We're everywhere, and it's so important that people see that, because representation matters. And you don't really know until you know.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like a no-brainer, but it's so amazing. And also, especially in this current climate, it's super important.
Yeah.
It's like you guys just read all my notes that I wrote down on the story. No, but I have more.
Okay.
The story that we did last week or a week before about mental health and how important it is. The therapist from Minneapolis, how important it is to community to continually have these prides for people's mental health.
Yeah.
And just to your point, thinking about people in those small towns who don't get exhausted by prides like we do, you know, they want to be exhausted by their representation. And I say at this point in this current climate, I wrote down the word rebellion. Rebel. Like
a protest.
Yes.
It's
a protest, because your existence is a protest.
Yeah.
Your existence is a political statement.
Yeah.
And so it's just lovely to see that these places that I've never heard of. And I've been all around the United States. I've been to all but 2. And to hear these places sparking up and getting the movement is still continuing. So this matters. This shows us that this matters. All of this matters.
It matters, and there's strength in numbers.
Yes.
You know, and I just think about these towns being Trump country, for example, right? And maybe these people never met a gay person, and then they see us out in full force, and they're like, wait a minute, they can't be all bad. Let me talk to one. That's my hairstylist. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I mean, because we're everywhere. We're everywhere. So kudos to these prides. Make it happen.